Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ringside Wave of Cricket. At 2 p.m. here in Bengaluru, with bright sunshine around me, what could be today's topic on which we are going to zoom in on? Well, it's on Varun Chakravarthy and his variations, his mystery, and also maybe trying to decipher his main variation, main threat. Here, when we think about his main threat, we would obviously imagine his googly. In this context, let us look at it from a traditional wrist spinner's point of view. With a traditional wrist spinner, to think about him rotating the wrist, then the back of the palm of the hand is facing a batter. So, from a batter's point of view, that is how he tries to pick it. But that is not how Varun Chakravarthy bowls. He's a mystery spinner after all. He's about not your archetypal wrist spinner. With him, what you see is he bowls his googly more from the side of the hand, and that is where he flummoxes the best in the business. His grip is also not dissimilar to the leg break that he bowls, the conventional leg break that he bowls. So once again, he's bamboozling the batter, and then to compound the batter's woes, he bowls it quicker through the air. He imparts a little more overspin, gets a little more dip. So it's basically getting a little more bounce. So it's not so easy to get underneath the ball when you're facing Varun Chakravarthy. So that is in brief about Varun Chakravarthy and his googly, where he's using that little bit of angle and getting to turn into the right-hander, the googly, to clean him up or perhaps price him out LBW. But how to play him? Well, if I had an answer to this, then I might be scoring a lot of hundreds in T20I cricket. Anyway, leaving aside that light-hearted joke, obviously it's not so easy to decipher and play him out. But one of the ways to perhaps envisage and decipher his googly is to look at his seam presentation. Just think about his googly, and you will see that it's coming out a little more scrambles, little more cross seam, and then you just go towards his leg break, the conventional leg break. It's coming out a little more upright. I think that is one of the ways to play him out or pick him. And then you can question me again by telling that what about his unconventional leggy or the other leggy that he has? He calls that leg cutter type of a delry. Here, perhaps you have to look at his release points. With this conventional leggy, it's more from behind he releases, and this one he releases it more from the front. So that is in it. That's about it. When it comes to Varun Chakravarthy and picking him, obviously there is another way to look at it, and that is to play him out as a googly bowler. But if you look at stats, or if you zoom in on the stats, 60% of the deliveries that he bowled in the 2024 IPL, or 62% of the deliveries that he bowled, were all leg breaks. So it's not like he's bowling 80% of the deliveries as googlies to play him as a googly bowler. Maybe the stats have changed a bit in the 2025 IPL, but I don't think it has changed drastically to play him out as a googly bowler. Yes, in theory it can work, but I don't think it's so easy to look at him or think about Varun Chakravarthy just as a googly bowler, because he has those leg breaks. Can still bowl that, what you can say, the seam of delivery, where on occasions it swings a bit in the air. So that is about Varun Chakravarthy. Let us also think about another spinner. He's an orthodox spinner, that's Simon Harmer, but he's also touched celestial heights in the recent past. One thing that surprised everyone during the India-South Africa Test series was how Simon Harmer outbowled not just the Indian finger spinning duo of Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja in terms of imparting reps on the ball, but also Kuldeep Yadav, the wrist spinner. One of the reasons at times Kuldeep Yadav might have been out of rhythm, perhaps he's played too much of limited overs cricket. That could be affecting him when it comes to imparting reps on the ball. But whatever it is, on occasions, Varun Chakravarthy definitely outbowled Kuldeep Yadav as well. So what could be the main reason for Simon Harmer imparting enough or more reps on the ball? Well, generally, when you think about an off spinner, you see the thumb is off the ball, off the when it comes to the grip. But as far as Simon Harmer is concerned, more of his thumb is on the surface of the ball, leather ball. I think that is one of the reasons why he's imparting more reps to the ball. He himself told it in an interview a few years back, where he talked about how he has more of the thumb on the surface of the ball. Yes, there are other things as well. He's perhaps has a relaxed grip, then he gets his front foot or stays on the front foot for a few more seconds. The way he drives through the crease, then we are to the point that he is very good at varying the pace of 77 kilometers per hour to even 92 kilometers per hour. So some of the deliveries turn a little more, some of them turn a little less. So it's always sowing the seeds of doubt in the batter's head. Sometimes on a turning pitch, if you get it to turn it too much, then perhaps you'll beat the batter, or it will turn too much and you may not, it may be missing the leg stump. That is where the delivery that turns little less will come into the equation. But the main point or the fulcrum of the discussion is basically about Simon Harmer imparting more reps to the ball. I think it is because of his grip. So thank you for taking your time out for going through this video. Hopefully you liked it. Keep subscribing to Revsportz, as we don't just cover cricket but other sports as well. Thank you again.